everybody. It's been some time since I went live, and very few people know I'm doing this, but I have come on to make a tiny announcement and let you know that I'm going to be doing a solo podcast, not all the time, once in a while, pop up, to kind of just talk, because I don't know if you know this, but I have a lot to say. And, I post pretty much daily, although I've been missing a couple of days lately just for different reasons. And it's so cathartic for me. It's so who I am and where I am in my life. And I get to talk about all the cool stuff that I'm doing and how I'm feeling and just the different pieces of my life. And I have the most incredible, engaged, phenomenal following and audience in you. And I just feel like there's more to say. There's more to talk about. And I don't want this to be an interview type show. I don't want this to be, guests. I would love inflow of questions. Oh, some comments are coming in. Hi. Inflow of, questions, comments. I want to talk about some of the hard stuff. I want to talk about healing. I want to talk about the soul journey. I want to talk about, being raw and unfiltered and showing up as you and knowing your truth, finding your truth and knowing your truth, loving your truth. And each of us has, so much going on. But even if I did like 15, 20 minutes, like 20 or 25 minute show once in a while, just to get talking about some of the harder stuff or even some of the lighter stuff, it doesn't matter to me as long as we are engaging with each other and talking about this life that we're living, because not many of us stop and really just, just breathe. And if I can give you, if I can give you a way to have an outlet with me, this is a little self-serving, I must say. It's a little self-serving, because I will tell you that there's nothing that, thank you, I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. There's nothing that brings me more power and like just like reclaiming my power, as we say with Breath Framework. Hi, Alfonso. Than going live. And I was such a live person. I've done so many, it feels like, that it started to become too much, and now I miss it. Hi, Donna. How are you? Hi, I appreciate you too. Thanks for saying so. I love, hello. I mean, you see how excited I get when I'm on here, right? Like I can't possibly, express it in words, but when I get off of these lives, I mean, this has been for as long as, hello, Charlie, as long as I can remember doing these. It's just a burst of excitement to talk about life. And like throughout my day, I think of things I want to talk to you guys about, like, probably too much. I want to discuss, how we're finding our truth, how we're standing in our truth, how we're feeling empowered each day, how we're getting out of slumps, how we are just doing this life and trying to love ourselves, because each of us hopefully is trying to have self-love, self-belief, self-knowing. This is what we teach in my coaching programs. And I just find myself walking around like I have so much to say to them, and it's not just in one post. So here I am. And it might not be, this is like totally 100% off the cuff. I just got in StreamYard and I just created a broadcast and I hit go live, honestly. Hi, Ernesto. I'm so glad you're good, Donna. Hi from Louisiana. I can't see, it says LinkedIn user. I can't see exactly who it is. I hate when it does that. StreamYard does that to me sometimes. Self-serving is okay. Under the right circumstances, go for it. Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative of the support. I really am. So I guess today I want to talk about something that somebody said to me earlier, which is that this life that we're living is not, and this is a quote that you've heard, I'm sure, a million times. Hi, David. But that it's really not about the destination we're going to, but it's about the journey, right? But like we've heard that quote, but what does that really mean? What does it really mean to be on a journey? And each of us has our own journey, and we need to celebrate during this journey because life is hard, right? I mean, life is really hard. Hi, Walter. Hello from Morocco. Hi. But there's also so much beauty in the tough stuff, because we get to the other side, and it's all about finding joy in the moments. And I want to help people to do that. I want to guide people to their soul centers. I mean, that's my whole mission and purpose in life is to, hi, Fabiana, is to teach and guide and heal myself and help heal and, do this with you. And you're my people. So, here I am doing my thing. And I don't even know how long there's a lot from Portugal. Nice to see you, Fabiana. There's a lot of people popping on. I'm excited. Cause I didn't promote this. I didn't plan it, nothing. So, and I think that might be how I'm going to do it. I might just pop on and start chatting. But if you guys have any ideas of what you want to hear me kind of talk about, or if you have any questions for me about what I do or what I think, I'm happy to answer them. I called it Annie Unfiltered. Always lessons to be learned in the good, bad, and ugly. That's certainly true. Certainly true. There's always a lesson you can take away from something, even though oftentimes it's hard to know what it's hard to accept that there was a lesson in it because you can be angry, you can be in pain. But in hindsight, when you're a little further down the healing road, you can definitely look at the lessons. I just, I feel like when I'm not doing these lives, when I'm not interacting with you live from all over the world, which is pretty amazing to me, this is my creative outlet. My writing and this. And when I don't have this, there's a certain spark missing in what I do and how I feel. So that's why I'm doing this. I am going to create some sort of content ideas of what we're going to talk about, but today it's just free flow. So how's everybody's Sunday? I'm actually leaving in a little while. If you hear Randall snoring, he's snoring next to me pretty loudly. But yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts? I've gotten a lot of people, coming back to me and saying like, what is this whole healing journey that you're even talking about? Like maybe I speak too quickly. Maybe I talk in jargon and verbiage that people don't fully understand. And I need to go roll it back a little bit. So maybe this is like a peel back the onion kind of show where we get down, we start at the basics and then we can get deep. Hi. And people are scared of the word healing. It scares some people, especially what I have found is especially men can be and I know they don't want to hear that they're scared, but fear is okay. Fear means you're actually feeling about it. So I'd rather somebody say to me, I'm scared to heal than say to me, I don't want anything to do with it. We all have a healing journey. You're doing an amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I have that I'm really excited because I had this idea for about 24 hours. That's about how quick my ideas get into play. But I had this idea and I just pressed go live and it gave me this rush of excitement again that I haven't had in a while because just interacting with you guys and having you be here. But so back to that. So I find a lot of people are scared of what they're going to uncover. Or I actually heard this recently. What if I can't heal? What if I can't figure out what my purpose is or what my core values are? I'm interested to hear hi, nice to see you from Canada. Thanks for popping on. I'm interested to hear are people scared out there? Are you scared that you can't heal? That was not a fear of mine. Just personally, I was scared of the long road of healing. But I just jumped into it with both feet because that's clearly how I do things. I don't, waste a lot of time. I'm pretty decisive, as certain people have told me. So When I make a decision, I go for it. And that's what I'm doing here. But, any feelings you have about this healing journey, any feelings you have about the soul center, like, are there any of you that are like, what is she talking about? I mean, that's a place, my definition of the soul center is a place of oneness, wholeness, aligned with your core values, aligned with your definitive purpose, personally free. So you have personal freedom. That's a place where I think we all strive to get to. So it just came over me that as I'm sitting here talking, that maybe I go too fast. Maybe I need to go back to some of the basics and talk about what I'm trying to do here. And that's just to guide and help people get to their soul center. I mean, my team and I are coaching people every day to reach a place of personal freedom, peace, safety. I've been talking a lot in my coaching sessions about safety lately, which I find really interesting. A lot of people don't realize that some of their discomfort, you said sometimes people are comfortable being in that space. Sometimes your discomfort is actually a feeling of being unsafe. So once I delve into that with you as a coach, we can kind of find a way to create a safe space for you, because a lot of us have trauma. I would say most of us, if not all of us. And it's oftentimes, some people can't even say the word trauma, come to think of it. I have a couple of people that I've worked with that have said to me, I don't have trauma. I mean, they're just legitimately like, I don't have trauma. And maybe that's a scary word because it's such an intense, deep word. Hi, Louise. Good to see you. And it seems like, people think that it's like, it has to be this gigantic, traumatic, horrible, horrific event in your life. And trauma can be as much as being shamed when you were little. I mean, trauma is not the way it sounds. It sounds so big and so intense and dramatic. And yes, there's plenty of that, but there's also little things that have shaped us since we were little kids, and our parents, and little things that one sentence that was said to us, could have shaped our entire youth and development. So these are things that when you uncover, you decide to go on this journey. When you start to allow yourself to see these little things that have helped you form and be who you are today. And my whole thing when I start coaching someone, and my team too, when we start coaching, it's like, we want to help the people find who they are. What makes Annie, Annie? What makes me, me? How do I show up as me authentically? That word has been overused a lot, but I'm bringing it back. It's a throwback, because it's important that we show up authentically, or we're misaligned with what we're trying to do and who we are. And that's when people start to misread us, and we don't understand why people aren't understanding us or seeing us. And it's because we're not aligned with our purpose and our truth. So that's, stuff I want to get into and talk about. So I'm hoping that people will come up with questions. I love the interesting question. I've always loved the interesting questions that come in on my lives. People genuinely wondering, like, how do I do this? How do I start? I've had a couple people say to me recently, how do I start this? How do I start this journey? Like, what's the first step? I mean, the first step is absolutely saying that you want to start the journey. Come to someone like me, come to someone on my team. Let us walk you through how to begin. So the breath framework is what we work and we use as our modality for healing. And B, it's an acronym, and B stands for begin where you are. And finding your begin is really, the first step of that is deciding to begin. That's the first step. You just have to decide you want to heal. And healing can come with a lot of pain, but there is joy and peace and freedom on the other side. That I can promise you if you do the work. And the work is, hi, Pete. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for popping on. Hi, Akshay. Nice to see you. BB! Hi. So good to see your face pop up. So this is exciting. So Brad, I don't think you heard the beginning, but I'm doing, oh my God, hi, Lynn. Good to see you. I'm doing like a random pop-up show once in a while, just myself, no guests, no interviews, just to kind of talk about healing and breath framework and different kind of tough topics that people don't always talk about. And I don't want to, have a panel. I don't want to have guests and ask questions. I just want to, I found myself, living my life and having a lot to say. I know, shocking, right? But having a lot to say, like throughout the day, I have things I want to say to you all, and I don't get to. And one post a day is, I can make a point and that's great. But I oftentimes have just like little things I want to talk about. And part of that today, I'm talking about how healing is a journey. It's awesome to see you too, Linda. Not just, I just want to get here so I can heal, so I can be healed. I don't look at it like that. My mentality is that this life is like this, and you go from your begin, and we can find ways to reclaim your power, excavate your core values. We can go through and we can heal. And this healing space, and Brad, can talk about this if he wants to, or make a comment, but healing is a constant evolving. This is not, you go through my 6-month program and you're like healed. I'm not healed, but I've done a lot of work. I can tell you that, a lot of work. And I have changed significantly over the past several years just doing this work. And I don't know that a couple years ago, I would have gone live for I just have so much to share. The reason I want to share this with you is because I genuinely, from my heart and soul, care about my following and my engagement, the engaging people on here. Like, this is like another family for me. So I want to be there for you. I want to explain why I'm doing this. I want to show you where I'm headed, where the vision is for me and my company and my team. I want to tell you about this. I want to tell you about the corporate clients that we're getting involved with and what we're doing, and how we're helping people in business be their whole selves and show up as truly who they are and figure out how to love themselves. Because if you can do that, you're producing better work. So you're going to do better at the office, and you're going to be better at home. Brad said it's not one and done, but it provides you the framework to address your healing journey every day. It does, doesn't it? Hi, Rosaline. How are you? Yeah. So that's why it's called a framework, right? I mean, because we give you sort of the tools and the understanding and the knowledge to apply into your everyday life. So this is not what I do, and how I take on healing with people is not, I don't have all the answers, and I don't have a secret sauce. The secret sauce is the work. That's all I can say. It's just the work that we do and the love and passion that we start to feel about ourselves. It's the curiosity to figure out more about who you are and what you want to do in this world and your mission and your purpose. And the self-love, self-belief, self-knowledge, to try to get to a place of personal freedom. Randall, can you lay down? He's just like snarkling, making all this noise. He always does this when I had a really important call the other day. I have to tell you, it's a really important call the other day. And we were live on Zoom, and I actually had to stop the call and push him because he was snoring like a gigantic man in his bed next to me. And I was like pushing him and kicking him. And I actually had to stop the call because it looked strange. So this is what goes on in my life. It's either, Evie running in and saying something funny, or, Sammy yelling, playing Fortnite, or my dog snoring like a gigantic man. So, wow. No wonder my mouth is dry. I talked for 20 minutes. I was just going to do a quick 20 here today. Brad said you have to put in the deep work every day, and you can't get it from anyone but within you. You're exactly right, my friend. He is one of our prize graduates, and a very special person to me. So I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy that you popped on, Brad. Thank you. So that's really it for tonight. I just wanted to do a quick live and tell you that I'm going to be here. I appreciate you all jumping on, but I'm back. And I'm going to do a solo show, and we're going to talk about healing and breath framework. And we're going to talk about all the ways to be the best version of ourselves. And I have a lot to talk about and a lot to say, as usual. So that's it, guys. Adios. I hope you have an amazing, what day is it? Sunday. I hope you have an amazing rest of your Sunday, and I look forward to many more of these. Peace. I have to just get off and, okay, here we go. Bye.